Hello everyone, we're back live here in the downtown area. Trying to take a tour of the downtown, see what's going on here.
A couple of 16-year-olds.
Let's try to fix the camera so you can see
16-year-olds said emphatically.
the beautiful sunset in Chicago.
I was surprised at how tall some of the boys were. None of them older than 16. I was also surprised at how not angry they seemed. I grew up about 45 minutes from here in a similar neighborhood in Queens. Not so long ago, I thought. But when I asked them why they thought this had happened,
Wow, looks like the entrance from the lecture drive here is closed. The National Guard, military cars are blocking the exit. All right, let's see. Looks like everything's pretty normal, except the exit is closed.
5 blocks away. As far as they were concerned, this was their corner. I can't imagine what it would feel like to be firmly in your time and space and run up against a cop with a taser, threatening to electrocute you if you don't put down that snowball. What's crazier to me is that I've walked through this intersection at Bedford Avenue and Campus Road, past the high school and the local college campus many times in the last few years. Beneath its landmark gilded clock tower, Brooklyn College could be a campus quad from an early 1950s film, except teeming with students from cultures all over New York. Something about a graduate screams of welcome. Things only get better from here. The young black men in that video came out of their high school that day and stood at the edge of that promise. What could be the next great space and time in their lives as a college literally across the street?
Yeah, a few more military
Told they didn't belong.
cars parked here.
As far as metaphors go, this
The National Guard is still in Chicago, apparently. The exits from Lecture Drive into the city are blocked by the National Guard cars. Here as well, you can see them on the right. 2 Humvees parked. People just hanging out. The military. Looks pretty quiet.
We talked briefly about how repeated incidents like this can affect the boys' psyches. He agreed that no matter how cool they seem now, over time, their hopes for their own futures could possibly darken. But then Alex asked me how old I was. When I told him 43, he said that I had missed the height of the Stockyards era. I was not a teenager, even a young man in New York City.
Yeah, look like the bridges are still up.
But what these kids had seen their older brothers, sisters, and in some cases parents go through, had conditioned
This is another exit. It's blocked by the military
this white academic told me that I couldn't
of National Guard. It's
I guess when I first
unbelievable.
a part of me hoped that
I don't know if they're expecting more
I was from the bottom of nowhere and I know everything about them.
protests in the downtown area or what's going on, but
Instead, I was just another adult, taking their time, and invading their space.
it's a beautiful Friday night here in Chicago. It's a little bit of traffic, nothing crazy. Gonna check the downtown area, see what's going on here. So let's see. You can tell me where you're watching from. Probably a lot of the Middle Eastern people went to sleep because it's late. Mostly people probably from the area. Let's make a right here. See what's going on in the downtown. Looks like those are open. Oh, look at that view. Beautiful sunset. Gorgeous looking downtown. Huh. So going straight, it's not possible. So we're gonna make a left here. So what's going on?
They didn't think it would work because I just don't want to get that call.
Also, parenting in the age of Black Lives Matter and the history of police reform in this country. Next time on
Okay.
Listen in for It's Been a Minute, Saturday morning at 11 on WBEZ. WBEZ is supported by Pepto-Bismol. More information at pepto-bismol.com. Broadcasting from Chicago's Bayview Pier, this is WBEZ HD Chicago, 91.5 FM. WBEQ HD Morris, 90.7 FM.
Yeah, we're gonna take a tour of the downtown area to see if there are any protests going on tonight
News station.
and what's the atmosphere here. I don't think there are any protests, at least not in this area. Maybe south side of Chicago, I heard there might be some. So we'll check it out to see what's going on. Yeah, gorgeous skies. Gorgeous skies. Yes, it is Congress Hotel. It's nice and quiet around here. Yeah, looks like there's some protests. Some protesters, not too many. A little bit of a protest downtown Michigan Avenue. Yes, Michigan Avenue, and I think this is Wells. Wabash, yes. It's an iPhone 11. It's the camera from an iPhone 11 that I'm using. So let's check out State Street, see what's going on here. State Street. That famous street, State Street. It looks kind of empty. It looks beautiful. It's not a lot of action going on actually on State Streets in the downtown area. Most of the exits from the Lakeshore Drive were blocked by the National Guard, Humvees, and other military cars. So I don't know if they're expecting some protests or not, but it's pretty quiet so far. So we'll see. Hopefully nothing crazy will go on. We'll try to take a tour of the city, see what's happening here. I doubt it. There are too many protests in this downtown area. Yeah, there are 3-4 police officers at the corners of the major streets here. The businesses are still boarded up. New York and Company. Banks. God bless the heroes who protect America. Okay. Yeah. It's what time is it? Let's see. It's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Central Time here in Chicago. Businesses are closed and most of the windows covered. Target is temporarily closed. So it's quiet. Trying to look left and right, and it's pretty empty. So I think the entrances into the city are mostly blocked. So they're trying to keep away the people who are trying to protest in the downtown area. Yeah, a few more police officers in this corner. Looks like the buses are running. There are a few people in the buses. So that's a good sign that things are slowly coming to normal. Coming back to normal. Oh, look at those 2 big dogs and a little tiny dog owner or walker. Oh, those are big. Few ladies and guys crossing the streets. All right, let's see. Chicago Theater on the right. Demand justice. Yeah, the bridges are up. The Wheat Hotel had the windows broken last Saturday. Looks pretty quiet now. So nothing happening in the downtown area. Guess most of the protests are in the suburbs. Probably south side, north side. I heard there were some protests organized in Waukegan. So that's way north. It's a beautiful sunset. Oh, look at that view. Yeah, I'll try to stay safe. Looks like nothing dangerous is going on here. This bridge on Dearborn is open, so that's a good sign. More bridges are open up. So it's a pretty quiet Friday afternoon here in Chicago, in the downtown area. I'll take a tour to see what's going on. If you know something going on somewhere, let me know. I'll try to get there. Peace. And you're more than welcome to share this video on Facebook or other places so other people can see it as well. It's a gorgeous sunset. There's a helicopter above, I think, the Express. It's just behind this tall building on the right. I saw a helicopter. Maybe there's some protests on the west side of Chicago. I don't know. If you can see it on the right side of the building, it's going right or north. It's interesting. So yeah, just people walking their dogs or taking a walk. Looks like this bridge is up. So let me know if you know anything about any protests going on tonight. And you can also tell me where you're watching this video from, if you're in the US or outside of the country. Jamaica. That's a beautiful place to go on vacation, Jamaica. Reggae music. All from Canada. Netherlands, cool. Melbourne, Australia. And the last one was from Algeria. Salam alaikum. Or bonsoir, because people are speaking French too. Bonsoir, bonsoir. Bienvenue à Chicago. Yeah, those bridges are up. If you hear the bells, that means the bridges are up. Straight out of Kingston, Jamaica. Yeah, Kingston. We have a Kingston bar actually with a lot of great music in the north side of Chicago. Bob Marley, Kingston Town. And this is a closed street here. Bridge is up. You know, I'm thinking of going south, probably giving you a tour of the south side of Chicago. Trying to go through the hood. Bob Marley, yeah. Who shot the sheriff?
Soul, funk, R&B, you name it, they're going to be found on these records.
Yeah, all the bridges going west are closed, so I cannot get out of this area. So let's go south. So let's go south of Chicago in the hood. In the hood. All right, let's go. Bob Marley. Let's try to go west now. See if we can get to the highway somehow. Some pretty lady walking down the street. Somebody with a hoverboard. No, actually it's a Segway. Actually, there are two military National Guard cars parked on the left side. Just passed by. We're crossing and trying to get to 90 and go south. Yeah, I'm thinking of trying to see if there's any action going on in the south side of Chicago. I mean, there's always something going on down south. Even without the protest, there are shootings and crazy stuff. Go back. Yeah, I miss the pretty ladies walking down the streets. We'll find some more. So we're on Clinton and Polk Street in Chicago. It's pretty quiet. Let's try to fix the camera. Whoa. We will like to move in. Algeria. What would you like to make in Algeria like in America? What things? The roads, the skyscrapers, or the riots? All right, let's see. Gonna make a right here. So this is Roosevelt. We'll try to get on a highway and go south. It's like a homeless person begging here. I don't think she's protesting. She's just begging.
Saturday afternoon beginning at 4 o'clock. Or listen anytime with the WBEZ app.
So let's see. We will make move in Algeria like America. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful sunset here in Chicago. There's a church right across the highway. This is close to the University of Illinois campus. And we'll get on a highway. There's a famous hot dog place here on the right. I usually go have a Polish sausage. Really good, famous Polish. Oh, that's a nice Corvette. Just passed by. Let's catch up with the car. So we catch it up. All right. All right. Yeah, I'm on a highway 94 going south towards Indiana. We're like 15 miles from the border with Indiana, the state of Indiana. So let's go 100 miles an hour, but it doesn't feel like it. No, it's kilometers, sorry, only 60 miles an hour. Can't really drive 100 miles an hour, police will pull you over. Okay. Oh, it's a really beautiful view of the downtown, but I can't really show it to you. It's okay. Just drive south. Yeah, the south side of Chicago is one of the poorest areas in Chicago. A lot of dangerous neighborhoods. People shooting each other on a weekly basis, killing each other. I'm gonna try to exit actually right here, so let's exit 35th Street. See what's going on in the hood. All right. Yeah, this is the stadium of Chicago White Sox. The other famous Chicago team. There's a lot of police here, but no action going on, so welcome to Chicago White Sox. Yes, famous Chicago Sox. A few cops here, police officers around. Yeah, somebody's jogging, so I think it's pretty safe in this area. It's not as dangerous. Looks like it. So let's see. Not many people on the streets. It's 8:25 here in Chicago. (4:25), da, 8 ore diferență în România. Let's see, what street is this? Halsted. Let's take Halsted South. See what's going on Halsted. Chase Bank is open. Or actually just the ATM. Yeah, it's pretty quiet. Almost no people on the streets, just a few cars here and there. Kind of a ghost city, Chicago. I don't even know if the curfew is still in place. Probably is. So let's go. Let's see what's happening in the south side of Chicago, where shootings are taking place every weekend when it's warm. 10, 15 shootings or people being killed. It's kind of becoming the normal in Chicago, unfortunately. It's like a war zone. So let's see where is anything going on. Looks like this is more an industrial kind of area. Canaryville was a pretty nice sign. Yeah, Halsted, it's pretty quiet. Chicago Stockyards, huh? Interesting. So this is a really famous part of Chicago Bay back in the late 1800s. The Stockyard, you know, there were a lot of pigs, farms, and slaughterhouse in this part of the city. Actually, at one point, Chicago was called Porkopolis because it was a place where actually the meatpacking industry was, if I'm not mistaken, number one in the world. Meatpacking, yes. There were actually the assembly line, the famous assembly line of cars that Ford used to speed up the process of making cars was actually borrowed from Chicago because they were using it when they were slaughtering pigs and disassembling actually the pigs and cows and whatever the meat. So they were using this smart disassembly line where every person will just sit in one place and do one thing, and the pig will move to the next person doing a different thing. So some Ford actually came in, kind of took the idea from here and used it to assemble cars in Detroit. This is a parking shopping center where it's pretty quiet. 47th Street, pretty quiet as well. Hello, Philippines. So yeah, the south side of Chicago was really popular in the late 1800s. Actually, Chicago was number one in the world when it comes to 4 areas: lumber industry. You know, there were a lot of a lot of wood coming from the surrounding states, and they were cutting it and making all kind of lumber here in Chicago. And actually that's what kind of helped the Chicago fire to spread. There was a lot of wood. And what else was Chicago number one? The mail order, the catalog. You know, people from all over the United States were able to order in the late 1800s pretty much everything they want to order. As a person would walk into a store and buy, they could order from those catalogs from Sears. And that's where it all started here in Chicago. The shipping before Amazon, Sears was selling things to people all over the country. Oops, sorry. And so meatpacking, lumber industry, mail order, and there was one more thing. Oh, we're in the south side, in the hood. So those are some of the rough neighborhoods here in Chicago. South side, where Garfield and Halsted. A lot of rapping going on Chicago style. Yes, I do live here in America, in Chicago, in Windy City. So if you see a lot of rundowns houses and boarded houses and really rough areas, is because we're in the south side of Chicago. Looks like third world country in some areas. So we're gonna try to show you some neighborhoods. I'm gonna pick up a bigger street to see if we can see something interesting. Yeah. So let's turn around here.
Their addictions, Lord God, that you break those chains, Father God.
Oh, there's some preaching going on at the corner of this street, so it's interesting. Yeah, let's go west a little bit. In those neighborhoods. Yeah, looks pretty quiet. Somebody's in a rush. Yeah, what's interesting, there are a lot of churches here in the south side of Chicago. Sometimes you could see 4 or 5 churches next to each other. Churches are really good business for some places because there are no taxes to pay, just to collect. So that's a good thing. So let's make a left here, stick a little bit south. Jesus can be trusted. Already seen 2 big ads. Yes. Yeah. You know, when people are poor, the last thing is to lose is hope. So hope, it's good, you know, and that's why religion gives people some kind of hope. So we're in the south side of Chicago, where it's pretty quiet so far. A lot of African Americans living in this area. As you could tell, there's some people left and right in the neighborhood. Yeah, that's why Romania is a religious country. Well, it's a tradition to be religious, to believe in something. You know, when you lived in a communist country, religion was giving people hope. Unfortunately, religion keeps people really close-minded in so many instances. We're 63rd Street here. Let's make a right. See what's going on here. Religion can be good and bad in the same time, you know. There are people that do good things in the name of religion, helping others in need, and sometimes religion is used to control people and manipulate and all kind of crazy things. Yeah, so no protests here in the south side of Chicago. It's a little bit more traffic. It looks like this is a police station. A lot of police cars parked here. Let's see. But so far it's quiet. So far it's been quiet. India. I'm getting a lot of phone calls lately from India. Well, actually, I think most of them are from Pakistan. A lot of scammers. Actually, let's turn around and go south a little bit. Let's turn around. Well, I'm glad you like the live streaming of what's happening here in the US and in Chicago. Yeah, I believe the protests will continue at least this weekend. There are more protests going on. You know, things will not change that easy if people are not protesting. You know, there needs to be more police accountability, and some of their tactics and way of treating people should change. Like, if you've seen the video of police pushing that old guy in New York, and you know, sometimes they're way too brutal. Okay, lady, are you gonna cross or not? Oh well, I guess she's not. So yeah, there are times when the force and brutality is not necessary. So I think police needs more training. And some of the ways they conduct business should be changed and replaced with better ways of communicating with people and using less force. I mean, yes, sometimes force is necessary because people can, you know, here in the States, people have guns. So, you know, every time a police officer approaches a car or somebody, they assume that person could be armed, legally or illegally, most of the time illegally. So, especially in those kind of neighborhoods. So that's why they're really careful and sometimes they overreact because it's a matter of seconds. When somebody has a gun, they can kill you. So yeah. Yeah, it's not an easy job to be a police officer in a city like Chicago or Baltimore or some other cities with high crimes. Let's see. All right, you can watch it tomorrow. It's gonna be uploaded. Drive by your house. Do you live in the south side of Chicago? To drive by. 69th Street now. Yeah, pretty quiet, except the traffic. Not a whole lot of people on the streets. Looks like this grocery store, Food for Less, is boarded up. Yeah, there are not a lot of grocery stores, or at least not enough with fresh vegetables here in the south side of Chicago, which is unfortunate because people need more fresh food instead of just processed food. There's a police car. Serve and protect Chicago police. So let's see. Yeah, there are good areas and bad areas, you know. I don't even know what street I'm on right now. '72nd Street. And yeah, those are some rough neighborhoods around this area. So let's see, 73rd and Ashland. So I'm on Ashland. Yeah, we're gonna go to 75th Street and then take left. Oops. Yeah, it's hard to read the screen, the writing sometimes, because it's a tiny. Well, let's make a left here. '79th Street, okay. All right, let's go to 79th Street then. A little bit. To go outside and talk to people. I don't know. Oh, Maxwell. What's this? That's a hot dog place. If you can see it on the right. Yeah, I saw you, buddy. All right, let's see what's happening on 79th Street. '77. '78. All right, we're in 79. Oh, a bit more crowded here. Summertime in Chicago. Yeah, there's like some action going on here. A little bit more busier, people walking around. Yep, so we're on 79th Street. Shrimp and more. Not much going on 79th Street. Looks like some restaurants are open, carry out. Hello, Canada. Like to live in the US. Well, m-am mutat în America într-o vreme când era destul de dificil în România, sfârșitul anilor 90, începutul anilor 2000. So, lucrurile sunt diferite acum. Dar experiența pe care o acumulez nu se poate compara cu România. Adică să faci lucruri pe cont propriu. Să nu trebuiască să ai vermătuși și unchi prin nu știu unde. Yeah, there are things you regret. There are things you like about this country. When you move from a different country, there is always good and bad things everywhere you go. So I don't have too many regrets for moving here. I love this country from the beginning, so it's a great country with great opportunities and a lot of possibilities, and where if you work hard, you play hard, you can do almost anything you want. So let's see what's going on here. What's the situation now? Monthly income here depends what you do. You can make more, you can make less, depending on what you do. So it's not always about making money. It's also about living in a society where things are working and people are nice and you're treated with respect when you go to a restaurant, to a hotel, to a lot of places. And there's so many details that are important when it comes to living in a country. So it depends. Everyone is different. Everybody looks at life in different ways. You can work hard and make money and go on vacation anywhere you want. And no, I used to live on the East Coast before Chicago. The first place I lived was in Wisconsin. And then I lived in Chicago, moved to East Coast, lived near Washington, D.C. for a few years, went to college, and then moved to Chicago in 2006 and lived here ever since. So I love Chicago. Chicago, it's a kind of a European city in a way. Well, not European necessarily, but it's more European, a lot of European, a lot of Eastern European living here, Polish, Romanians, Ukrainians, Russians, people from all over Europe, Eastern Europe mostly. So it's, and food from all over the world, and it's just a nice, vibrant city. A lot of great activities here, concerts, theater, cultural events, anything you want when it comes to cultural life. So let's make a left here, right here. Let's see. I just drove, well, I was actually just walking around the Wrigley Stadium earlier today, around 6 o'clock or so. I don't think I'm gonna go back to the Wrigleyville area because I'm all the way south side of Chicago. So yeah, nothing really going on here in the south side. Beside a little bit of traffic, typical for a Friday night. So let's just go this way. So I'm on Kedzie, apparently. Kedzie going north. Kedzie on 77th Street. 7700 South. Nabisco building is right up front. Train. Oh, I think I see some fireworks downtown. It's a factory here, I think, Nabisco. Isn't that a food company or something?
Good Friday evening. Welcome to another hour of music lovingly handpicked by me, Jason Mark. Tonight, blues was supposed to be blaring out of Grant Park, but Blues Fest got COVID canceled, so I'll play some artists that were supposed to be playing Blues Fest this weekend. Plus birthday tunes.
I don't know, sometimes I don't know what the live streaming is showing.
Hour of eclectic music. Radio Z starts right after this news from NPR.
My middle name,
Live from NPR News, I'm Jack Spear.
my English middle name is John or Johnny. Johnny. This is a really nice neighborhood here in the 77th Street and Kedzie. Oh, there's some police cars up front. Something's going on here. Like usually, something going on in the south side of Chicago on a Friday night. Bunch of cars, police cars. I don't know what's going on. They blocked the street here on both sides, so I don't know what's going on. It's like there's a park or something.
Mobile Mayor Sandy Stimson says taking it down was not an attempt to rewrite history, but intended to remove a distraction to focus on the future of the Gulf Coast city. Alabama's largest city, Birmingham, dismantled a giant monument to Confederate soldiers and sailors earlier in the week in violation of a state law intended to
There's a
preserve
police,
monuments. Elsewhere, authorities
3 police cars. I don't know if there's an accident or something.
are investigating a cross burning on a bridge over Interstate
No, just police cars.
Debbie Elliott,
Bunch of
NPR
police cars
News.
around here.
The organization is issuing new guidance on how to make non-medical masks. The mask materials should be functional and breathable. NPR's Ping Wong has more.
A cloth mask should have at least 3 different layers.
Looks like there's
Researching which by
a lot of police activity here. I don't know what's going on.
Each layer serves a different purpose.
There's some kind of
The inner layer
park
remains
here.
focused
Maybe there were some
materials.
protests. Oh, actually, there is something going on just up
Propylene, which is the filter, and outer
up front. There are like some Mexican flags and cars.
polyester or a polyester blend. That combination of fabrics can catch at least 70% of the droplets coming out of a person's nose.
Brown pride for Black
It's
Power.
important to avoid elastic materials, which can lose their efficacy when they stretch. And they also recommend choosing materials that can be washed frequently with hot water and soap. Ping Huang, NPR News.
Better than expected May jobs numbers sent financial markets sharply higher today. The Labor Department announced that while the unemployment rate was still in the double digits last month, it actually had declined.
Oh wow,
slightly.
looks like
Added 2.5 million jobs.
we have 71 minutes of
29 points today. The Nasdaq rose
broadcasting around Chicago.
was up 81 points. This is NPR.
Support for NPR comes from NPR stations. Other contributors contributors include the Vital Projects Fund, supporting
65th Street.
virtual views continue on MoMA.org with exhibition explorations including Donald Judd's sculptures and Dorothea Lange's photographs.
This is Radio Z on 91.5 WB.
Yeah, so as you can see, there's nothing crazy going on. No looting, no protests.
To humanity.
So things are slowly calming down.
Blues Fest was honoring the 70th anniversary of Chess Records. So I figured we'd play the most famous artist from the most famous blues label of all time. The man who made Chicago synonymous with electrified blues. Talking about Money Mark.
Someone just farted. Okay, well that's good to know. 63rd Street.
This is Money Waters doing a strange woman on Radio Z.
The streets of Chicago. A little bit of blues. Unfortunately, I cannot play it too much because copyrights. The YouTube will tell me I have copyrighted music on my channel. Yeah, the businesses here are open, looks like. Let's see, maybe I should stop somewhere, get some Chinese food or something. There's a nice neighborhood around here. It's Market, Mickey D, which is closed. Looks like just the drive-through. The drive-throughs open, Wendy's and Mickey D's. Bank of America. LA Fitness. I think I know the area. Maybe. Nothing going on. What's your favorite type of donut? I don't really eat donuts, at least not. I mean, here and there, if I get a coffee, I might get a donut, but not really. So we're on 55th Street, nearby the Midway Airport. It's getting dark. Without the street lights, it's pretty dark outside. Yes, try to stay away from a lot of sugar and unhealthy food. It's hard to lose weight if you eat a lot of soda. Looks like there's a police car in action going somewhere. There's a long message, but I cannot read because it's hard to read when I'm driving. Hopefully at the traffic stop I'll try to read a message. Yeah, those are a lot of Mexican areas here. A lot of Mexican live here in this part of Chicago, close to Cicero. There were a lot of fightings going on in Cicero, so I think I'm getting closer to a Chinese place, if I'm not mistaken, here on Kedzie. Yeah, it's probably closed. Let's go into this shopping center. I'm against this president and most of the things he's doing. He's a bully and he's inciting people and he's a racist. You know, we need someone that unites the country, not divides the country. It's like TJ Maxx, it's closed and boarded up here. Everything's shut down. Aldi. There used to be I think there's a Chinese restaurant place, but it's closed. So we'll go somewhere else. Actually, I'm gonna stop by for a minute to read those. Thoughts on deep dish pizza? You know, I like deep dish pizza. I mean, not every time, but you know, here and there, it's good. I used to work for a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but a few restaurants over the years. When I moved to Chicago, I used to work for a deep dish pizza place, Giordano's, and they have a pretty good pizza. It depends where you get it. Some of them are good, some of them are not so good because it's too much stuff in it. And but you know, as an experience, it's good to try it. But I usually like the thin crust, if you ask me. I do cook a lot at home, so I make pizza from scratch. Actually, I have a YouTube channel with some of the videos I did over the years, but I haven't posted there in a long time. Here and there, I spend time recording the cooking process of various dishes. So yeah, I love cooking. I was actually thinking of maybe doing like a cooking show or to post more often. Who knows, maybe from time to time I'll do some cooking and post some videos here. Maybe I'll post a comment later when I'll get home with a channel of my cookings, although they're not in English, so it's not easy to understand what I'm doing except watching the videos. Okay, so we're on Archer. I think we can make a right here on Archer later. What do your other Romanians think about Croatians? I don't know. Croatia. I don't know too many things about Croatia. I know, it's a nice destination place as a vacation place. But other than that, there are not too many news coming out of Croatia. So, that's the thing. If it's nothing really going on in Croatia, beside beautiful girls, and I think soccer was popular, football was popular at some point in Croatia, but I cannot say anything bad about Croatia or nothing more than the fact that I know a few things about it. Trying to think what else I know about Croatian. Serbian, Croatians. Yeah. I think there's a community here in Chicago. One change I would think about Chicago, oh my gosh, traffic in Chicago is horrible going downtown most of the time. Now it's good because of the pandemic, there's less traffic, there are less cars, and traffic is horrible. Way too many cars on the streets of Chicago. And of course the poverty in the south side of Chicago, and I think one of the problems is education, lack of education, lack of programs and leadership when it comes to people to look up to, young people look up to people. And I mean, if students and young people from other countries come to US to work in different resorts for the summer and make $5, $6, even $10,000 during the summertime, that could be done by any student or any young people that live in this country that wants to work hard and get ahead and get out of poverty. So I don't understand why they're not trying to focus on bringing people from Chicago, for example, or other poor areas to those resorts, national parks, beaches, all kind of places where they have summer jobs and they can work hard and save, as I said, $5, $6, $7,000 during 4 months, and then they can start doing different things like buying a car, place, get out of poverty, move to a different area. So there are different things that people can do. Let me try to get on this side to get out of poverty, but sometimes it's just lack of knowledge and information, and sometimes even credit, and they cannot buy things, and everything they buy it's really expensive because they get the most let me know if I'm still live, because there's like a lack of signal in this area or something. Let me know if you can see the live streaming. Jules. Yeah, looks like we're back on. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, if you want to work hard, there's nothing to stop you to get ahead in life here. Even if you work shitty jobs, my first job was working at McDonald's for $7.50 an hour. That was I used to work in other places too, but McDonald's was kind of the main real job. So I was making $7.50 an hour in 2000. But if you work hard, you get second job. If you don't have enough hours, or you don't. I used to work 70 hours a week. That's how I bought my first VCR back in 2000. My first VCR, my first computer, my first car, then my first apartment. Everything was a first, just by working hard and learning how to build up credit. Credit is one of the most important things people should learn about it. Credit. Open a bank account, start building your credit. Get a credit card, build up your credit. It saves you a lot of money, just to know how to use your credit. Maybe I'll do a video one day about credit, because I think I'm pretty knowledgeable. I think my credit score is 840 right now. 840 something out of, I think 850 it's the maximum, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So I can get the best deals when it comes to buying stuff or applying for things, because my credit score is the best. Never miss payments in like over almost 20 years of having credit. So yeah, that's something that it's really important to have. Credit and credit history, that shows who you are as a person. Yeah, things can happen, you can go through difficult times, lose your job, blah blah blah, but when I moved to Chicago, because it was during the recession and I didn't work, I ended up piling up around, I didn't even know exactly, but somewhere around $40,000 to $50,000 on credit card debt. But then I started working, and I never missed a payment. I kept making payments, and then it took me 4 years to pay it off. But I made it. I paid it off. So yeah, it is possible. Because credit, it's one of the things where, when there are difficult times, you lose your job, you have money to go to get, if you know how to use it smart to your advantage, you can. I didn't pay my cell phone for like 5 years just by using points or miles, actually, from credit cards. And I was paying a friend of mine, and he gave me an extra line that I didn't pay anything for it, just by giving him miles. He was traveling a lot, and I was giving him miles instead. So yeah, you can take advantage of the system here to your advantage and save thousands and thousands of dollars. When you buy a car, I know people that pay up to 18% interest, APR, when they buy a car because they have bad credit. Or when they buy a house, or anything you want to buy, you get a really expensive loan if you don't have good credit. So anyway, there are a lot of things people can do to improve their life. All right, we're getting closer to, it's an hour and a half, 90 minutes of broadcasting, so It's boring, I guess, now. There's nothing really going on here. We'll take another tour of the downtown area. Ok, noapte bună. Somn ușor. Good night to those that are going to sleep, as it's really late in some places. We're getting back on 94 from 55. Yeah, I was a teenager when I came. Well, not a teenager. I was already like 20 when I first came to the States. So yeah, a long journey, interesting experience. Learned the system. I had no idea what was expecting, what to expect from living here. So you can see the beautiful downtown. Yeah, I gotta better clean my windshield because it's a little bit dirty. Got some spots that I need to clean so you can better see through the window. Anyway, I think that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm probably just gonna pass through downtown and we'll call it the night. We'll stop here as it's nothing going on. 9:30. If there's anything happening somewhere, I'll let you know. Medicine. Let's see. Let's get on Washington. Yes, it is. My car is a hybrid, so yeah, it's kind of half and half. It's a Lexus hybrid, so it has both gas and electric battery. so it's not really noisy. If, as you can tell, there's nothing noisy when you stop. Okay, any secret recipes in McDonald's? No, I don't know. I don't eat too much at McDonald's. Usually when I'm traveling, I stop by McDonald's. Oh, definitely more time. I missed that question. Well, money are important because you need money to do certain things, but they're not the most important thing, and you'll learn that as you grow older. You know, well, as of right now, I have plenty of time, or enough time to do things that I want to do. So that's why I'm taking advantage of the time that I have to do things that I did not have time to do. So, yeah, more money will be nice because I could probably just travel more and make more great videos about people and places, and that will be helpful. So let's take a tour of the downtown. Looks like the bridges are down, so we can cross. So things are kind of nice. It's a nice, beautiful view of the city. We're back in the downtown area on Wecker Drive, I believe. Yes. Well. Yes, we have to go and vote. People should be more involved with politics, although most people don't like politics. But politics are important because the people that are in politics decide our lives. Our daily lives are depending on the decisions made by the politics. So if you don't pay attention who's getting into power, if you don't pay attention to who's running and who's getting elected, then you end up with people that do crazy things, or they are not qualified to and smart enough to do good things for the society, and then we have to suffer. So yeah, we have to stay informed to watch what's going on and go and vote. Most important. And if you want to do real change, go and run. Be a leader. It's not easy. That's for sure. Being elected is not an easy thing. You advise me to stay at home. Too dangerous? No, I don't think it's dangerous. I don't see anything dangerous. It's actually quite nice and quiet here in the downtown area. Pretty calm. Well, we do have politicians. You call it whatever you want to call them. Yes, politicians are owned by corporations that donate money. It's true. That's why it's really important when people go and vote, because when people go and vote, then they can elect people they really want to be their leaders. So it is a complex matter. Go Blue Cats. So pretty quiet, pretty quiet. There's somebody writing in Arabic, but I don't understand Arabic writing. So salam alaikum if they speak Arabic, but I don't understand Arabic writing. So you have to write English. I don't understand Arabic. So yeah, looks like actually let's take a tour of the downtown. Nice and quiet. Same as earlier. How about my dinner? I don't know. It's a little bit too late for dinner. I'll skip dinner. I'm trying to lose some weight anyway, so skipping dinner. I may have an apple or something light, some nuts or something. Drink some water and my goal was to lose some pounds anyway, to lose a little bit of weight. It's good to stay in shape, especially during the winter. You put some extra weight on your body. Yeah, Michigan Avenue is still closed. I mean, not Michigan Avenue, but the bridge over Michigan. I don't know when they're gonna reopen the bridge. Saad, I don't speak Arabic, unfortunately. Daistanian. What topic I like on a hot dog? Usually, whatever, like hot pepper and onion, I guess. It's the recipe here in Chicago. Yeah, onion, hot peppers. Well, the banana pepper usually. A little bit of mild. And maybe some ketchup, mustard, stuff like that. Hola. I like Arabic food too. Middle Eastern, great food. Falafel, love it. Let's turn around, see the beautiful Chicago. Woohoo! Oh, look at that. Mr. President's Hotel in downtown. So no protests, no riots, no craziness. Yeah, I know. Hopefully he's gonna be gone in November, and by January we're gonna say bye-bye to him. Hello, hello. You're from Chicago, okay. Homesick. Oh, you're from Chicago, but you don't live in Chicago. I understand. Let's try to see if we can find a parking spot here to park and take a walk. Is he getting out? Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. So we're gonna get out of the car and see what's going on. Let's see. Hold on, let's see. All right. I'm gonna take down my phone. It's gonna be a little bit of oops. Beautiful. All right. Whoops. Sorry. Riverwalk, Front Lake. Yes, beautiful. Chicago's beautiful. So, oops. Oops, sorry. I gotta fix my camera first. Hold on. There we go. Sorry for the... Yeah, Navy Pier area, it's closed. I was there the other day and it's not open. You cannot go closer by. Yes. Yeah, there you go. Navy Pier is closed till next Wednesday, so... Beautiful Chicago River. Yeah, it's a beautiful Friday night here in Chicago. Nice and quiet. Except the bells from the bridges that are making a noise. No thugs. Some homeless people here and there, but you know, nothing crazy. Yeah, no boats, nothing going on. Yes. Oh. Somebody's asking me for money. Let me see if I can give him something. Oh gosh. Here. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, father with 3 kids, 3 girls that I don't know, they could be homeless or something. I have no idea. Whatever. Everybody's going through tough times, so hopefully they're gonna spend them on food and not something else. Anyway. I live in the suburbs, so I don't live in the downtown area. I have to drive back home. Like half an hour or so without traffic, 40 minutes. A lot of Arab people. Hey! People are enjoying the evening here by the river. Now, those are the boats. Somebody mentioning the boats. Here they are, the boats, but they're just parked over there. I missed, what time is it? Let me check, what time is it? It's 9:49 p.m., almost 10 o'clock. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do that laser thing again this summer. It was last summer. Kids. This is where you can walk when it's open, the river walk. There's a really beautiful alley nearby the lake. I mean the river. It actually goes always all the way to the Lake Michigan. Usually this time of the year in the summertime it's like crowded with people, and now it's empty, no tourists. So a lot of money lost by the city because of the coronavirus and lack of tourists here in Chicago. All the businesses are suffering. Large amount of protests. I don't know where are the protests. I haven't seen them. Well, I guess it's enough craziness in this world. It's nice to see some quiet things too. And good night those that are going to sleep. Elizabeth. Yes, you can rent kayak in the summertime in different places. Yeah, some people are donating them some more money. So yeah, it's sad. I remember seeing some families, like a father with two or three kids last summer here on the streets of, actually on Michigan Avenue. So I don't know what their situation is, but you know, it's sad to see that. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the long 2-hour video. We just passed the 2 hours. Well, something's going on somewhere. Some ambulance or fire truck. Anyway, I want to end this video with something beautiful and quiet. At least beautiful it is here in downtown Chicago. So you're very welcome, and we'll probably do another live video tomorrow. I'm trying to get to some protests in the west side of Chicago. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to wake up early to get there on time. Good night, everyone. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.